Okay. All right, so I guess we can start with introductions. So my name is Maya Lloyd. I am the Student Career Program Manager for the Offices of Experiential Learning and Career Services here at CUNY SPH. And today I have with me my colleague, Abby Goldberg, and I will let her introduce herself.
Hi, everyone. I'm Abby. I'm the Student Career Program Coordinator for the Office of Experiential Learning and Career Services, and I'm also a recent CUNY SPH alum. Thanks for being here today. Back over to you, Maya.
So today we are providing a live demonstration on Handshake features. Some of you may be somewhat familiar with the platform. Maybe this is your first time using it as a student with CUNY SPH, totally fine. So this is going to include a walkthrough of your user profile. We'll have a live demonstration, the home feed. We're going to walk through registering for events and best practices and tips for a job search. So actually using Handshake to find opportunities. We will have a chance for Q&A at the end of the demonstration. But in the meantime, you can feel free to put any questions that you may have in the chat, and Abby and I will take turns answering them as we can. Like I mentioned before, this recording, resource links, next steps, and also a feedback survey will be shared with you in a post-event email that will be sent to whatever email you put in when you registered for the event, so not to Handshake. But if you do have access to your Handshake account already, please feel free to log in and follow along as we continue with the live demonstration. Okay, so first we're going to basically give an overview of what is Handshake. We do have a poll that we would like you all to answer. So Abby will launch that poll. And this is just us asking, have you used Handshake before? So maybe it was in grad school, maybe undergrad, in another capacity, but just let us know if you've used the tool before. Okay, so we have two that have not, but they've heard about Handshake, which is great. And it's your first time hearing. Okay, awesome. So thankfully, this presentation is for everybody. So you will all get something from what we are going to go over here today. So for those that are not familiar with the platform, Handshake is basically a one-stop shop for all of your career essentials. You can explore career resources, apply for jobs, fellowships, internships, attend career events, not just with our school, but that are put on by other schools and organizations. You can also meet with a career coach and more, all in one place. Thousands of employers also hold Handshake accounts and post opportunities every day. So that's another way that you can interact with the platform. Okay, so with Handshake, you can also explore well-known names in public health and discover other organizations that you may not be familiar with. And this is nationwide. There's also international organizations that are on the platform as well. These are the top employers that we've engaged with since our launch in July of 2023. Now I'm just going to make a note. We all know what's happening on the federal level here, but again, there are a lot of local, city, and state agencies, also private agencies, nonprofits that are also on the platform that you can still interact and engage with and that are posting opportunities. So that's in different industries such as biotech and life sciences, non-government agencies as well, environmental services, renewable energy, research. So there's a lot of different opportunities in various industries that are still on the platform. Okay, so how does Career Services use Handshake? Handshake is not only a great tool to explore thousands of job opportunities and employers, but it's also the best way to stay engaged with our office. We do understand the priority of supporting our students and alumni with discovering different career paths in public health. So we just want to make sure that you all have the tools required to stay connected with us, which is why it's really important that you activate your account and learn about the platform. Since we launched Handshake in 2023, we have seen a tremendous growth in user engagement, but we still have a ways to go. So the more that we can increase engagement with Handshake from our students and alumni, the more we can tailor the platform to the needs of the school. So we also use Handshake for a variety of reasons. This is where you will schedule advising appointments with a career coach or even an OEL advisor for students that are planning to take fieldwork. This is where you can register for events. You'll also see event promotions through emails, through Handshake. We put up a bunch of career resources. Again, we send out targeted emails for select job openings and career events. All Handshake emails that are sent to the email associated with your account, that will include all of those job openings, event reminders, our weekly newsletter. So just make sure that you are getting those emails. You can check your spam or junk folder, and we'll also review the notification preferences later on in the event. So if you're not getting those emails, just hang tight. We'll go over that, and you can always reach out to us after the event and we can help you out. So I do want to share the newsletter with you just so you all have an idea of what that looks like. All students and alumni receive our weekly career services email. And it looks like this. So this is basically what a Handshake email will look like, okay? So this comes from Handshake. It's our weekly newsletter. So if we just walk through what we have here. So at the top, you'll see different organizations that are highlighted or spotlighted. We also have different jobs, fellowships, and internships that we highlight as well. We do list different career events that are happening within the school, but also within or outside of the school externally, right? So community events. So we do have a link that you can click to see what other events are happening in the area or with different organizations. And Abby is dropping those links in the chat. We also feature different resources. You can find a link to book a career coaching appointment through your newsletter. I'm just going to scroll up really quickly. We also have a career updates form, right? So if you've received a promotion, maybe you've gotten a reward, an award, or a grant, maybe you're starting a new job or internship or fellowship, we would love to hear about it. So please let us know. You can just fill out this form anytime something amazing happens in your professional life. Okay, and if we scroll back down here, we also offer Handshake office hours, which Abby will be discussing later on throughout the presentation. And then a bunch of scrolling, so I'm going to scroll back up. With our events, so here you'll see the events that are happening this week and next, but you can also click on this link to go to the Career Services event calendar, and I will pull that up. So if you were to click on this link, you'll be led to this webpage, which is the events calendar specifically for career services. And you can click on different events and register. So specifically for Handshake events, so our career workshop is being held on Handshake. So if we click through there, and if you click RSVP, it will bring you to the event landing page. And here's where you can register for the event. I will point out that not everyone qualifies to attend events. Let's say it's an event with an organization that's recruiting for an internship. Maybe that internship is only for current students. So if you're an alum and you try to register, you'll get a notification or an error saying that you can't register for this event because you don't meet the qualifications. So just make sure that you're reading the description carefully before you register. All right, so now I'm going to go back to our presentation. Okay, so here are a few great events that are happening coming up just this week and next. Oh, and a few in the upcoming weeks. So we do have an internship discovery series happening Friday, tomorrow at 12 p.m. So that is for current students. We also have a workshop coming up, Tools to Find Your Professional Fit. That's for current students and recent alumni. Our Career Skills Masterclass. Masterclasses are open to everyone, so you can also register for that. Very important, we have our career fair that's coming up on April 25th. Attendee registration will open March 12th. So please make sure that you are reading all email correspondence that comes out for the career fair. And in order to help you prepare for that career fair, we have a few events that are happening beforehand. So we'll have a Handshake How To's Career Fair edition because the career fair is happening on Handshake. Okay, so you want to make sure you have everything set up. All right, so now we are going to get into our live demonstration. So we have another poll for you to answer. So this is going to ask you, have you activated your Handshake account? But it seems like the folks here may not be as familiar with it, which is fine. Okay, so great. Most people have. Okay. So it seems like most have activated their account, which is awesome. Thank you so much. If you have not, totally fine. You'll get to learn more about Handshake and how to activate, and we'll also give you those instructions as well. Okay, and I think Abby is going to, okay, so Abby actually put in the chat the login instructions for a Handshake for those that have not activated their account yet. And it's really important that you do that because in order for you to start using your Handshake account, you first have to claim it or activate it. So this means using your student email or the email associated with your Handshake account to log in and create a password. Okay, so it's really important that you begin to do that. All right, so now we're going to get into our live demonstration. So I'm going to turn it over to Abby.
Hi again, everyone. So I'll share my screen in just a moment. Just a reminder, I know I've shared a lot of links in the chat, but they will also be included in our follow-up email. So don't worry if you're not able to open them right now. And let me get my screen up. Can everyone see my screen okay? Wonderful. Okay, so this is what Handshake looks like right when you log in. And the first thing that I would like to point out is your notification preferences and your account information. So if you click your profile picture in the top right corner up here, you can select notification preferences. And it's very important to make sure that you're receiving emails from Handshake. Handshake sends a weekly events roundup email, in addition to all of the other opportunities and resources that we send out. You have the option to select email notification and to get those little pop-ups that come up on your phone. And if you just press here, you could see that the box is highlighted and you can change what preferences you allow. And so then if we select the account information tab here.
Wait, I'm sorry, Abigail,
Yes.
how do I get to that page? I have Handshake open, but how do I get to that page? Notification preferences.
Yeah.
That's
Are you
where
on
that-
the mobile app or web page?
I'm on the web page.
Okay.
You want me to go to the mobile app?
No, well, you could do either, but if you go on the web page, and I'll also be mindful to go a little slower so that everyone can follow along.
Yeah, for
If,
some reason on the web page notifications, it's bolded home feed and events, but not notifications. So for some reason you can't kind of get to there. I don't know why not. Let me try going to the web to the mobile page. You go on. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Okay, no worries at all. And those issues continue, please feel free to join a Handshake office hours session. I
Okay,
think
thank you.
there's one next Tuesday at 4 p.m. and we can totally walk through it together if we're not able to cover it today.
Thank you.
Of course. So here on the account information page, which you can access by selecting settings here,
Mhm.
you can update your personal information. You can also add an alternative email. Let's say you use your SPH student email, but you also use a Gmail account. Maybe you want to receive Handshake notifications on both. Then you can add that here. And then probably the most important part of your account information section is to make sure that your privacy settings are set to community. This will allow employers, colleagues, and the rest of the CUNY SPH community to stay connected with you on Handshake. If your privacy is set to employers, only employers will be able to interact with you. And if it's set to private, your Handshake experience won't be the best that it can be. So we totally recommend the community privacy setting, especially for our upcoming career fair, which will be held on Handshake. So now back to the fun stuff. If we go back to the homepage, you can click the little Handshake logo in the left corner. Once it loads. And we will be back at the Explore page, or the main landing page for Handshake. And so I'd next like to go over completing your profile. You can select your profile photo in the upper right corner here. Select My Profile. And there you are. And so as you can see here, there's a pop-up that tells you about the many benefits to completing your Handshake profile. But from the Office of Career Services side of things, some of these benefits include, but are certainly not limited to, personalized job, fellowship, and internship recommendations on the platform based on the information you enter on your profile. Employers are also more likely to reach out to you with job opportunities and event invitations if your profile is complete. And Career Services receives numerous opportunities from employers to send out to our SPH community. And so when your profile is complete, we have the ability to send you targeted emails based on the information you provide. So for example, if you're interested in epidemiology, we could send you an epidemiologist role right to your email inbox. And this could be how you find your dream role. So I can't express the importance enough of making sure that your profile is completed. And again, if you need any support with this, happy to help anyone with it one-on-one during Handshake office hours. And so this is what my student profile looks like here. And to fully complete your profile in Handshake, you'll want to add the following information. Here is your looking for section. And this section of your profile is designed to help specify what types of opportunities you're seeking. So this can include job roles, industries, locations, and other preferences. And so please note that this depends on your profile visibility. So the section is displayed on your profile if at least one prompt is filled out. And so also can't emphasize enough the importance of your profile visibility being set to community and your settings. And now we'll move on to the next section. So the summary section is similar to LinkedIn or other career platforms that you may have used in the past, and it offers you the opportunity to add a personal bio to your profile. So to edit this, you click the pencil icon in the right corner and then type your bio in the pop-up that appears. And so keep in mind that there's a 300-character limit, so it should be rather concise. And just for fun, I would like to show you some of the recently implemented AI tools that Handshake has come up with. You can alter the tone to be more friendly or formal, so we'll take a look at friendly. I wouldn't necessarily recommend keeping this on your Handshake profile, but it's fun to have. So to exit out of the editing page, just click the X here and discard and exit. And so then in the next section, your skills, you can add technical skills and soft skills. The more skills that you list, the better your chances are of showing up in an employer search. To add skills, similarly to the last section, click the pencil icon and add skills that align with your career goals and experiences. And so you can edit the following sections in similar ways to the sections we've already covered. Just click the plus icon, like in this section below, or the pencil icon in this section. Now to move on to the work experience, reflect. Have you had a job, internship, research position, or volunteered? Many students who reach the last few semesters of their degree programs even sometimes include their fieldwork positions in this section. And so employers like to know that you've taken on the responsibility, and they value these experiences as they've helped you develop skills. So it's not always just a full-time job or professional experience. All of it matters so much. And so as you can see here, I've filled out all of my positions, and I've included bullet points similar to what is on my resume, so that if an employer were to look at my profile, they can get a good idea of what experiences I've had in the past. And as you can see, I've done this for my previous roles as well. And that leads us to our education section. So the education section is intended to reflect the school that you're currently affiliated with, along with other schools you may have attended in the past. So as your Handshake account is associated with CUNY SPH, it will likely show up as your primary education, similar to how mine appears on the screen here. Adding more education can also be beneficial because Handshake will tailor the people tab, for example, with people who went through your prior schools. So when we get to that section in just a few minutes, you'll see that Handshake will recommend alumni from Binghamton University because that is where I went to undergrad, and it is updated in my Handshake profile. In the courses section, you can add courses you've taken to your profile to express even more skills that you've developed in your academic career. And so it's important that this is complete, but just to show an example, I was a teaching assistant in my undergraduate research methods course. And so I was able to check this box here. And this speaks to employers about my proficiency in research methods, as well as engaging with students. So it's always helpful to fill out as much information as you can. The organization section signals your specific interests, affinity groups, and participation and involvement on campus. As you can see, I've been volunteering with the Crisis Text Line since 2020, so it demonstrates my transferable skills to any future employer that might come across my profile. The project section is also really important, and it may include a variety of work such as publications, photos, pitch decks, presentations, websites, and more. As you can see here, I've linked a social media project that I worked on with the Career Skills Academy last summer, and the project section presents a really great opportunity to provide examples of your skills in action. At the very end of your profile, you'll see languages and public labels. The languages section lets employers know what language skills that you have, and this is really important because many public health related positions list language skills as preferred qualifications. At the very end, you'll see the CSA Foundation's 23 to 24 label. Public labels are visible to staff and students at CUNY SPH and help identify folks you may have some common interests with. So this means that I participated in the Career Skills Academy from the fall of 2023 to the spring of 2024. And current CSA students could even connect based on this. You might not have any labels in this section, but they could be helpful to connect with people who maybe you would like to learn about their experience in the Career Skills Academy. So to go back up to the very top of our profile, as you can see, the first thing employers will view on your profile is your profile photo, location, any relevant links, and your banner. It's important to have a nice professional photo uploaded to your Handshake profile. And then to edit this section, select Edit here. You can change your name, headline, pronouns, location, and I've linked my LinkedIn on my Handshake profile just for easy access to my other sources of networking and professional development. So Handshake has also recently implemented social media-like features, so you'll see a followers and following count. I have just a few as of now, but I hope to connect with more of you after today's presentation. To edit your banner, select Edit Banner in the upper right corner. I'll change it to poolside. There we go. How nice. And the banners look super nice paired with the rest of your professional details. So now we will navigate to one of Handshake's newest features, the home feed. You can access the home feed by selecting Feed in the left navigation bar. You may see a pop-up that will come up. And so Handshake's home feed is a feature that allows Handshake to be more than just a job searching tool. It turns it into a networking platform and even has some social media-like features. It's designed to help you launch your career by providing you with relevant content, social interactions, and even assistive features. And so the more details you enter in your profile, the more relevant your home feed will be to your interests. You can scroll down and see what others have posted. And keep in mind, this is not restricted to CUNY SPH, it includes all Handshake users. So you'll see here that Shanique Boncamper, a CUNY SPH alum, is active on the profile and she's included an article here that she may have written. So definitely a worthwhile feature to check out. And so you can access a summary of the home feed from the Explore tab. Here, you'll find trending content, top jobs for your career interests, upcoming employer events, and collections curated by our office specifically for our students, posts from the Career Center, and upcoming guidance events with our office. All of this is carefully curated based on your profile, so again, be sure to fill out as much as you can. That is all on my end for now. Back over to you, Maya.
Thank you, Abby. Yeah, so everything Abby just went over is extremely important now more than ever, since we are, again, hosting our career fair on Handshake. So we want to make sure that you all have your information ready to go on your profile. Employers are able to see your profile before meeting with you. So it's really important that you have all of that set up. Okay, so I do want us to get into the job search and looking at employers on Handshake, but first we're going to review some additional key features of your account. So we are going to start with events. So Abby's going to navigate to the event section of Handshake. So on Handshake, you can attend career events hosted by our school, as well as other employers who have already been approved by our school. So on the events page, this is where you can see all upcoming events and register for them. So if we just scroll through a little bit, you'll see the internship discovery series that I mentioned. You'll also see links for Abby's Handshake office hours, so you can register through those through Handshake. Our different career corners, career workshops that are coming up. So everything you need, all the events in one place here where you can explore, read the description, see if you qualify, if it's of interest to you, and register for the event. Okay, next we're going to look at the people feature. So this is new, but basically what this is saying is that you can use this feature to connect with other students and alumni and kind of see what they're up to, right? So whether it's with CUNY SPH, as you can see, the first person that pops up, Mark Miller, who is a community health student or an alum, excuse me, that graduated 2023. So you can connect with students, alum. You can also look at students from other schools. So Abby mentioned because she went to Binghamton and that's on her profile, she's getting profiles for students and alum from the school. So following users with similar interests to yours, it really expands your network and it adds to your algorithm and personalized recommendations. So whether that's for events or even job announcements that you get via email or a notification on your account. Next, we're going to navigate to the Career Center. So the Career Center is basically the main landing page for CUNY SPH. So here you're going to find school details like the public staff list. So these are all the staff from our office. You can also schedule your advising appointments here. So whether that's career coaching or OEL, just note that what's available here is based on your qualifications. So if Abby were to go ahead and try to schedule an appointment, the only category she gets is alumni career coaching because she is now an alum of the school. But let's say you were a current student, you may have more options, or maybe you're in a degree program where you are required to enroll in fieldwork, you'll have different options for that as well. That's where you can schedule your advising appointments. You'll also be able to review resources posted by our school. So that will include different articles, links, even event recordings. So like this recording will be pinned at the top of your Handshake resources section, but any other events that we put on that are recorded, you can find the recordings here. And from the Career Center, you can also complete any required surveys that our office may send to you. So everyone should have this survey in their surveys section, just so you can go back to it at any point and complete it. But let's say there's, a feedback survey that you may need to fill out, that will be here. We can send that to you and you can just go into your survey section and complete the survey. Okay, from the Career Center page, you can also see events that are hosted by CUNY SPH. So we have upcoming career fair, excuse me. That's our career fair and various different events. So we have our internship discovery series for fieldwork students, live fieldwork orientation. So that you can also see that all from the Career Center page. You can also look at our employer collections. So this is really cool. It's basically collections of employers and jobs that are handpicked and curated and grouped by us, right? The Office of Career Services. So it really varies. So we have collections that are great for community health. Maybe you're looking for careers in reproductive justice. We have a collection for that. We have a collection for fellowships. We have a collection for each degree program. We also have collections for alumni. So this is just another way that you can look at specific employers or opportunities that are available to your interest. All right, so now we're going to get into the job search. So we are connected with thousands of employers on Handshake, right? So there's a process for all of it. Employers, they post with us, they request access, and we review and we approve, okay? So every employer that we are connected with is manually approved by our office, right? So we want to make sure that we are putting opportunities out there that are relevant to our students and alumni as best as we can. So there are multiple ways to actually find details on a job opportunity in Handshake, but we're just going to start with the job search feature. So from this page, you can decide on different filters like the location, the work mode or job type, or even the title of potential opportunities, searching keywords. So we're going to do an example job search here. So let's say I wanted to find a full-time job. Okay, so Abby, gonna click on full-time job. So from almost 3,000 jobs that are posted, if we click on full-time job, we get about 2,100 jobs. So we're gonna narrow that a little bit more. So let's say I want a job that's in a 30-mile radius from New York City or New York. So if we search that, okay, now we have 485 potential jobs that you can look at. Okay. Now, what if I want that job to be either hybrid or remote. Okay, 199. So a little bit better, but still a very broad search. So now what I'm going to do is if you click on all filters, okay, and then we're going to scroll and we're specifically going to click on based on your interest. So the jobs we're going to see are based on Abby's interests, right? So what she's either bookmarked before or starred or what she has on her profile. Okay, and then let's just filter by date posted just to see the most recent. And again, depending on how much you're interacting with the, oh, it's on the, so right underneath notify me about new jobs like this. Yeah. Okay. All right, so we can see the most recent jobs that have been posted that are relevant to what Abby is looking for. But again, depending on how much you are interacting with the platform, how much information you're putting out there, you're applying, you're starring different opportunities, maybe you're following employers, the more information the platform will be able to curate for you, and then the more specific and tailored this job search will be. So really important, again, that you are completing your profile and you're interacting with the platform. Okay, so now she has 6 jobs to choose from, right? 6 jobs to look at, kind of see what the descriptions are, and even explore the employers a little bit more. So let's say we were to choose, you can choose either one, Abby, whichever you like. Okay. Managing Director, Medicaid, cool. That sounds like an amazing job. Great pay. Okay, so you want to just make sure that you are reading the job description very, very carefully. There are different qualifications that are set, but just like any job, you want to make sure that it aligns with your interests, that your skills and qualifications also align with what they are looking for. And if you feel like you're qualified, then okay, let's go ahead and apply. So some of the jobs, I think this one, okay, so this has apply externally. So some jobs it will bring you to another site to apply. And then there are other jobs where you will upload your, you'll upload your resume or cover letter right on the platform. So this one, I guess, is saying to upload your resume and then you apply externally, which happens as well. So again, making sure that you have your application materials ready to go. So whether that's a writing sample, a cover letter, or a resume, you can upload that all to Handshake, and employers are able to see that as well. So even if an employer is just looking at your job or your profile, they can say, oh, okay, they have a resume up. Let me see what they have on their resume. Okay, you also have the option to save the job if you want to come back to it for later. All right, and you can use this same technique to look for internships, fellowships, part-time work, full-time work, just exploring different locations. You can use the different filter options. So a lot of different ways to go about this. So from this page, you can also discover new employers. So maybe you're interested in, from the employers page, thank you. Maybe you're interested in a certain field or industry. You can do all of that from an employer's page just to stay up to date on any job announcements. So how many employers do we have here? There's a lot of employers. Let's just put it at that. Over 900,000, it seems, employers that are on Handshake, okay? So you can explore as many employers as you like. So we're going to look at a specific example. So let's say we want to look at the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene, New York City. And we're doing this specific example because as many employers that are on the platform, not all of them stay up to date with posting their jobs, right? We know that the Department of Health is recruiting all the time. They always have openings for positions, but as you can see on their profile, they have 1 job posted. Well, that can't be possible, right? We know they have other things happening. So again, you can use Handshake as just a tool to explore different employers, but make sure that you are looking at their profile, You can go to their employer website to learn more about them as well.
To add here, some employers have multiple pages, and so the Department of Health and Mental Hygiene has their HRTP internship, which is here. And so if you go externally, you could find this information, but you wouldn't necessarily know that just from Handshake. And then if we go to their other profile, Maya.
Right, so here's where you can go to the employer's website, and you can go to their career page and really take a look at what they have available. So just keeping that in mind, if maybe you come across an employer that you're really interested in on Handshake, they don't have jobs posted there, just do a little bit more research and see what's available on their website. Awesome. Thank you, Abby. All right, so now we're going to look at the CUNY SPH employer profile. So we highly recommend that you follow CUNY SPH just so you stay notified of different opportunities that we put up. There's a lot of, on-campus jobs, college assistant positions, fellowships that come up. I think right now you might see a lot of fieldwork opportunities up for students that are enrolling in fieldwork. So you may not qualify for everything that is there, but we do have opportunities that you can apply for. So just make sure that you follow the CUNY SPH employer page. And if we view all jobs, do we have anything? So these are all fieldwork opportunities, okay? So like a few months ago, we had the postdoctoral fellowship opportunity that was there. Again, we do post college assistant positions as well. Oh, we have that's a good one, the Mother Cabrini Health Foundation. So this position is new. So this is posted through it's for another site, but it's posted on our profile. So this is open to all students. So again, just reading the description carefully, making sure you've qualified before you apply. And it's the same process as we went through before. It's kind of like you might have to apply externally, or it's going to ask you for your resume. You're going to have to upload that and your cover letter, and then that will all be reviewed. Okay, so that concludes our live demonstration. Right, Abby? I think I'm reading this correctly. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and go back to the slideshow and kind of wrap up. So we are going to pop up one last poll. Abby, I'll put up the poll if you want me to. Okay.
I got it.
Okay.
The
No problem.
difficulties.
So this poll is just going to ask you if you have completed your Handshake profile. Yes, okay, awesome. Glad to see a yes there. Okay. Okay, so it's about 50-50 on completing, totally fine. You still have time to do that. But again, if you plan on attending the career fair, you should absolutely have your profile completed. And we will be going through all of that as we did here today, plus some other cool features about the career fair. We'll be doing all of that in March. So please attend our Handshake How To's event for that. Okay. All right, so we're just going to continue here and we're just going to talk about next steps. So, just a few things you can, you go back one slide. Okay. Yes, so just a few new steps that you can, or next steps that you can take after today. So it's definitely making sure that you activate your Handshake account, working on completing your profile. Make sure that your notification preferences are updated and you're following your favorite employers or employers that you're interested in connecting with. Also, definitely follow CUNY SPH. You can register for upcoming events. You can also choose to download the mobile app, so you have that option as well, or access to the platform at any time. And of course, just explore, click on things, kind of play around with it so you get familiar with Handshake and how to navigate everything. And again, just to reiterate our upcoming events, we will be sending out more information about the virtual career fair, but definitely save the date. You can also register for upcoming Handshake hours, as Abby has mentioned before. And you can meet one-on-one with Abby. So if you have any technical questions about Handshake, about how to set up your profile or how to complete your profile or even activate your account, you can register for those Handshake office hours. And as I mentioned before, there is a mobile app. So you can find that app in the App Store, even in Google Play. And the setup is really just the same, just in mobile form. Okay, and yeah, so this is the end of the presentation. We can go into Q&A now for any that have any questions or comments. And Abby will also be dropping in the chat a feedback survey. So the survey itself is on Handshake, okay? But the post-event email that you'll receive with instructions and resources is not going to be on Handshake, just in case you still need assistance with logging in. All right, and that concludes it. We are going to stop recording right now, just so we can, have just an open forum for anyone that does have questions in our last 10 minutes.